Oh, hello. Welcome to Gourmet, the channel where I cook my way through all the cookbooks I own and have never used. We are still working with Delicious Disney, where we'll be making, this one's quite a long name, honey and chili garlic snapper with green papaya salad and Thai style pesto. Let me show you what the picture of it looks like. And this is really what made me want to make it. Um, this one actually comes from Disney Catering. So I've never even had this one. I didn't know it was a thing they made, but I'm excited to try. It sounds good. I thought it could be interesting to make. Let's get started. To start off our recipe, we're gonna take the longest. Is this even all in frame? I don't think so. There we go. We're gonna take the longest cucumber known to man. These are English cucumbers apparently, and we're gonna peel them, seed them, and thinly slice or julienne them, and we're going to salt them and put them in this colander that I have over a bowl. And we're going to let those sit for about 30 minutes while we kind of get everything else ready together. So yeah, let's just get started. This honestly, it feels a little too big to handle all at once. So I'm going to cut it in half. So I have a new peeler. So going to see how this goes. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and take off the end. And then I'm going to cut it in half. And maybe I want a spoon. Do we think that we can spoon out the seeds? I'm going to try. I have no idea if this will work out. This just seems like a good idea. This is both a yes and no good idea. That's a bad idea, but I wonder if it's easier. These are things that I should look into before doing this. To just kind of, okay. We're going to treat this like we do. I don't know what else we core this way. I guess apples I've cut this way. We are supposed to thinly slice or julienne and do this. I guess I'm going to julienne them. I wasn't going to, but while our cucumbers are doing their thing, hanging out, chilling, we're going to get ready for kind of like the next step of the papaya salad. We need the zest of 4 limes and the juice of 4 limes. So I've got my limes here. Pretty much, we are going to end up using this big bowl to kind of combine everything. So I'm going to zest the limes into this big bowl and then juice them into this bowl. Okay, and into our lime juice, we need 2 teaspoons of sugar. So I'm just going to go ahead, 2-ish teaspoons. That was my whisk. And we're supposed to whisk the sugar into the lime juice until dissolved. We need 4 garlic cloves. So I am going to learn my lesson from the other day. I went, there we go. There we go. These are just, fresh peeled garlic cloves from the Spice World brand. I am going to take off I don't even know. I guess it's like the root end of the garlic. Not 100% sure. Throw that away. And then it says to chop the garlic. So let's just... I think that's pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and scoop all of that up and put it into our lime juice. And then it says to mash the garlic into the lime juice and sugar. I don't think it's going to mash very well right now. But what I'm going to do is let that sit for a little bit. And then I think I'm going to take like a spoon or a fork and just kind of mash it that way. This recipe calls for 4 carrots. We clearly don't have quite 4. We have 4, but they're definitely the bottom of the bag, looking a little rough. However, I didn't want to buy carrots, and I knew I had these, so I don't see an issue with this. I'm going to go ahead and peel these. So here's our peeled carrots. I'm just going to do this, and then do this, and then this. I'm trying to make them kind of the same size as our cucumber. So everything's gonna match is the idea. At least just like that, our carrots are done. We got most of them about that size, which I think is fair. I think that's a good size. Now, um, now it's time to deal with our papaya. I'm gonna start by taking the sticker off. I really don't know what to do. I'm truly just gonna cut into this. I'm gonna cut this in half, see what it looks like, and we're gonna move from there. Okay. I eat papaya, not a lot, but I've never done this to a papaya. Do I just okay, this seems like the right move. We want to do this. And then we can take a spoon and we can scoop out the seeds. Perfect. So here's a quarter of our papaya. It's absurd because I feel like this is the this is like a normal papaya. Maybe I'm thinking of a mango, but it just feels like I have a huge papaya. So I'm going to go ahead and start peeling our papaya. Okay, we are on the right track. Thanks to our producer Google for confirming. I really had to watch a video. I had no idea. So let's get that. We've peeled our papaya all the way. We've seeded it. The video I watched, that lady was able to like palm her papaya. So I don't think that we need the other half of the papaya. We just need the part we've already worked with. I am going to cut off the end, which maybe is a little more than like what I'm supposed to, but that's okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and top in half like we've been doing. And the whole point is to, I might cut it this way. We'll have some smaller pieces, but that's okay. And then we're just going to kind of keep it the same. Do we think that's weird? Should we have... I'm going to do an experiment. Let us see. Does this look better? It's just such a different shape, you know? Like, the carrots and the cucumbers are nice and long and thin. Maybe we're supposed to go this way. Maybe I'm just cutting the wrong direction. Maybe it's me. Whoop. Nope, I need that in half. Please. Okay. So I probably want to cut with the skin side down. And then, is it fair that we just kind of... That seems more like what we want. Okay. Whew, I didn't even use all of the half of the papaya. I used the whole quarter and then maybe like a quarter of the quarter that was left. And so it was so much papaya. I'm taking my spoon. This is the garlic we've had sitting in here and the lime juice and sugar. And I'm just trying to, like it says, mash it in. I don't know why I had to chop the garlic cloves and then mash them. Beats me. I'm going to set this to the side. This feels like the move for right now. I'm going to bring out my incredibly dirty chopping board. I am going to go ahead and just palm some of the cucumber in here. I don't think I'm going to use it all. I'm trying to kind of keep everything a little equal, and I think that's about right. So I'm going to sit these guys back to the side. So now that we've kind of got everything getting in here, we are going to take some mint, and we need 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh mint. So here's our mint. I'm not going to lie, mint is not my favorite. I don't really like mint. I almost didn't add it, but I'm here to give these recipes a try. So that is what we're doing. I'm I don't know. I know in my mind that is probably going to be fine. And like, this is what the recipe was made for. I eat Thai food. I'm sure there's mint in that. But the fact that I get to choose to put this in and I'm choosing to do it, I'm not a big fan of. I'm just going to give myself some room. And I'm just going to start by slicing. I'm going to say that that's about 2 tablespoons. It might be a little less, but once again, I don't care. Now we're going to add in some parsley. And once again, we need 2 tablespoons of parsley. Our parsley. Get that all set to the side. Here's our salad. Now here's the thing. I guess I can make it ahead. It's not going to be bad. It'll be fine. I need to stop overthinking it. Now we need to add in some fish sauce. So this is the Thai fish sauce. The recipe specifically calls for Thai fish sauce. This is that Thai kitchen brand. I think a lot of people know it. Yeah, here we go. I'll bring it a little closer so that you can kind of see. So this is the fish sauce I bought. I think that's going to be fine. We need a tablespoon of this. That's our tablespoon of fish sauce. We're going to stir in our lime juice, and I'm just going to go in with my hands. But I think letting it sit is going to be nice because then it will like give the carrots a little time to kind of soak in the juice and like really get that flavor in there. I could be totally wrong in this assumption, but I feel like I'm on the right track. So we're getting ready to make the Thai pesto. I was reading the ingredients and realized that I forgot to buy enough cilantro. So this is going to be a light cilantro Thai pesto. We're supposed to have 2 cups. All I bought was this. I don't know how much this is, but it's all going in the thing. And we're done with our cilantro. And I would say we don't have that much. Whatever. It is what it is. I should be better, but I'm not. Now we need a cup of basil leaves, so this will be a lot easier. We need a 1/4 cup of fresh mint. So we need 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped ginger. So this is the ginger I got. Oh, we still have the sticker on it. Perfect. And I am going to, just for ease of my life, cut out this part. And then the way that I've always seen ginger peeled is just with a spoon. Kind of like this. So here's our ginger, mostly, what's the word? Peeled. And I'm just going to chop this whole thing. We'll find out at the end if we chopped this enough or not. Okay. And then what do we need to do? Oh, 2 garlic cloves. Okay, so because we have skinny garlic cloves, I'm going to add on 4. We're going to go ahead and blend this together in here. So we have our leaves chopped. The recipe calls to add in a neutral oil. It does say like a macadamia nut oil. I couldn't find any of that. But I just got regular canola oil. I Googled it and said that this internet said that this was kind of a neutral oil. So we're going to go ahead, eyeball 4 tablespoons or like a 1/4 cup. And give this another whirl. Let's open this bad boy up. No, that smells fine. It smells kind of like pesto. I don't know what I really expected. But I've got some roasted macadamia nuts here. I just stuck them in the oven at like 415 for 5 minutes. This is how they came out. And we're going to go ahead and add those in there. And we're almost done with our pesto. We're going to pulse the pesto with the nuts until the nuts are kind of chopped. Yeah, I think that's fine. I keep smelling it, and I don't know why. It doesn't smell remarkable. It smells like pesto. Great. So we have finished our Thai-style pesto. Now we're moving on to the snapper. So These are the snapper fillets I got. Of course, you know, it was like $15 for two. But there wasn't like fresh snapper fillets at the counter. I do keep meaning to go by like a fishmonger to see if I can find fish, but I'm also like torn about doing that because I think everybody will have access to these like frozen snapper fillets. So, you know, I don't know what's best. But we are gonna, they're obviously very small. The recipe calls for 1.5 pounds of fresh snapper fillets with the skin on as approximately 6 ounces per person. We just have the 2 snapper fillets that we've got. We need, it says a 1/4 cup vegetable oil. I'm using canola. Same difference to me. And I'm just going to eyeball. Basically, we're just kind of going to get in here with our hands because we're going to go ahead and salt. And we are going to pepper. And this is supposed to be, I think, kind of like a little bit of a marinade for these guys, just to get them ready to go in the pan. So we're going to get these all nice and coated. Now that we got our fish fillets to the side, we're going to start ahead and go and make some glaze. Was that English? We're going to make glaze. Oh, I've already lost my 1/4 cup. Where'd it go? Here it is. It's right next to me. Oh, I'm going through it for no reason. Okay. We need a 1/2 cup of honey, a 1/2 cup of rice vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of chili garlic sauce. So here's the rice vinegar I have. There's our 1/2 cup. I'm going to use this local Florida honey again. I'm just going to, I don't need the 1/2 cup again after this, so I'm just going to squeeze the honey in here. Okay. There's our 1/2 cup of honey. And now we need a 1/4 cup of chili garlic sauce. So I actually have this chili crisp that I wanted to try to use. I know it's not a sauce, but I really have been liking it and feeling it lately. So I'm going to add that in, which might be the wrong thing. It's definitely going to be oily and not saucy. But I just like the flavor of this. So that's what I wanted to use. So I am deviating on this step, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I'm going to get my spoon, just kind of set that on the chopping board. And we're going to turn on our burner. And basically, we're supposed to turn this into a glaze. Now, with the oil, it might not glaze all the way, but that's fine. So we went ahead and set our honey, rice vinegar, oil concoction to the side. It didn't glaze like it said it's supposed to in the book, but we knew that going in because I used a chili crisp oil instead of like a chili sauce. I'm not worried about it. But let's get into our pan and get our fish on. So here's the fish that we've had to the side. I'm going to go ahead and turn our burner on, kind of like a medium-ish heat. It says medium-high. I think I'm going to do medium just because it's a cast iron skillet. But basically, we're supposed to put these fish on skin side down first, and then slowly, as the fish cooks, glaze over the sauce we made. We obviously don't have skin on these, so we're just going to pick a side. They're going to cook for 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then we'll be ready to serve this. So we'll get these cooking, and we'll get the sauce going. And let us just start painting on our sauce. Okay, so here is our fish with our peanuts on top. We've got our little lime wedges. I'm going to go ahead and give this guy a bite. I'm going to get a little bit of carrot. We'll do carrot, cucumber. Oh, let's get a little bit of cucumber. Maybe. Okay. And we've got the pesto on there. So let's try this. That is so good. I went ahead and squeezed the lime. I'm going to try a bite with the lime. It was even better with the lime. I'll be honest. That was really good. I like that way more than I thought. I thought that I would like it, but I wasn't really sure how it would all come out. And I have to say, I think this one to me feels like a very summer dish. It also feels healthy. That might be a total lie, but it feels like a healthy kind of summer dish. The papaya salad is nice and cold. The fish, yes, it's hot, and this is going to sound weird, but it feels like fish retains heat less than meat sometimes, um, which I know is bizarre, but I feel like it goes really well with like a cold salad type of thing like this. Um, anyways, long story short, I really like this one. It's something that I won't necessarily make exactly the same, but I will kind of take a play and make this again for sure. Nothing was difficult to make. The recipe was really easy to follow. I think the only thing kind of really dinging this one is the fish is expensive, and I didn't even buy all of the fish needed. I bought 2 fillets for like $15. So not the cheapest there, but also I think that's kind of what you know going into something with seafood. It's not going to be cheap. But I'm just looking down. I really, really liked this one. I did have to buy a lot of the ingredients. I didn't have a lot of these at home. So I think that has to be a consideration as well. So overall, what do I want to give this one? I think we'll give this one maybe. Oh, I'm so torn. I'm gonna go with a 9, a solid 9, just because I did have to buy a lot of the ingredients. I will have leftovers of some of the ingredients, not all of them, but the ones that I have leftovers are like the fish sauce, the rice vinegar, uh, it's stuff like that. I will have leftover. The vegetables, I don't. Well, I do have a lot of that papaya left, but I feel like if you follow the recipe, you won't have a lot. Or if you are able to find smaller papayas, you won't have a lot left, or any. Um, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited. I want to try to make like a cold noodle salad with the papaya salad mixed in. I think that's gonna be great. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.